Hey everyone, I am super stoked that you're watching our demo video. Thank you for your time. We really appreciate it. We are Fight Paperwork and Fight Health Insurance, and today we're giving you a wonderful demo of our professional product. It's so amazing. I'm actually really stoked. Anyways, so if you haven't signed up yet, you should 100% sign up. Go ahead, go to our website and click on I'm a Professional. If you've already signed up and you haven't used our new tools, this is awesome. You're going to get a chance to use them. It's pretty rad. So our existing tool that you are probably already familiar with is our ability to create an appeal. So in there, we just go ahead and we click on Start New Appeal. We provide patient name, and if we want the patient to be informed, we can give the email address. This is super useful for medical equipment denials, where having the patient involved, we've seen it result in really much better outcomes from an insurance appeal point of view. Here we're going to give it my dog's name for our test. And yeah, rockin'. He doesn't have an email though, so we'll skip that part. So here we can attach denial info. If you've got a letter from the insurance company, you can attach it like this, or you can just go ahead and type in what was denied here inside of the box. Now we extract the denial details. Here we do this with a mixture of machine learning and regular expressions. If you don't know what regular expressions are, don't worry. We just use two different techniques to extract the information from the denial. And if it is taking too long ever, you can just go ahead and click on this skip ML processing step, and it'll just give you back the information that it's already extracted. But you see, it's extracted, PrEP is what was denied, preventative care, it's got the treatment date, it's got the insurance company, no fax number, that's okay. We could provide it if we knew it. Given that this is a test though, I'm not going to put in a fax number because we don't need to fax anyone. Patient health history, optional. If you have information about the patient, fantastic, paste it in here. It's great, and then you can choose to include it in the appeal directly, or if you don't want to include it directly in the appeal, that's okay. We'll use it as part of generating the letter either way. This is some information for sort of providers. If you're in network with an insurance company or have a single case agreement, you can tell us. If you don't know, it's totally fine. You can just skip it. And now we generate questions, and these questions are based on the procedure and diagnosis. So here we've got, is the patient male? We're going to say trans woman, yes, and yes. Fantastic. These questions are optional. We didn't have to answer them. I just did because I want to. Here's the place where we could choose to send it to the patient if we wanted to, or if we were working in an office with multiple providers, we could send it to another provider, or we could send it to the front desk to finish it up for us. Here we go. Now this is the part, as I was mentioning, it could take a few seconds here to generate an appeal. And that's because we're using a generative AI model rather than sort of a simple template. Okay, here we go. So we've got our first appeal letter generated. So we've got, we see that it says, yes, they're a trans woman. PrEP was denied. And we see it's also generating multiple letters. And we can go in, we can edit these if we wanted to. We can add our phone number and email address. We can change all of these things, and it's fantastic. We can also look and see if other ones are better. This one looks good. It's got some references. We'll do the first one. It looked fine. So we'll go ahead and press save, and this will go ahead and take us to this screen where we can export it as a PDF or submit it as a fax. Because insurance companies, really, the dream of the 90s is alive in insurance and Portland. I want to show you some of our other cool features, namely chat. Chat allows you to get outside of the sort of structured workflow and ask your friendly billing assistant any question you need. So, hello, what information? This is a, pretty standard thing that a lot of people are dealing with these days. We see a lot of GLP-1 denials coming through because they're relatively new on the market and also relatively high cost. The insurance companies attempt to sort of keep their costs down there. So we can come back here, take a look at our chat, and it says, I'm happy to help. What information? To start, you need to tell me about the specific reason for the denial. It was denied as not medically necessary. And you can see here, it's like, okay, this is the information that we would need to generate an appeal to a prior auth denial. And this is pretty awesome. We can go ahead and start answering these questions, and we can sort of go back in this chat interface, back and forth, and make a appeal. We can also do other things, though. We don't have to be making an appeal or a prior auth. We could ask, like, questions about billing codes or other things, and Doughnut is here to help it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at our prior auth feature. So we could upload all of the patient information as a PDF. I really should make a sample. I haven't done it yet. So we're just going to say Timbit, Caro, patient ID number is 1, diagnosis is, let's go obesity, proposed treatment service, GLP-1, insurance company is United Healthcare, and we're going to say it is urgent, and we want a letter. We could also have it generate a case note for us. And very similar to the appeal flow, it's now going to go ahead and generate questions. And these questions are dynamically generated from our model. And for 12 months, and so now we go ahead and we start generating these prior auths. Similar to the appeals, they do take a little bit of time to generate. And here we've already managed to get back our first prior auth letter. Okay. So yeah, we can go ahead, select the proposal. We can edit this, right? We've got a pick codes. We would change this to be the actual patient BMI, and we would just go ahead and submit this. Very similar interface, super fantastic. So I'm really stoked about this. I hope you love it. I hope you use it. Please send us feedback, support42@fightpaperwork.com. Tell your friends, they don't want to be there working on boring insurance paperwork. They need to be saved from the insurance, and Timbit through Fight Paperwork is going to be what saves them from this boring paperwork nightmare that they live in, and let them get back to practicing medicine. So thank you, everyone. We're really stoked. Y'all are awesome. We'll see you around.